One thing that many people are really interested in is how they can find meaning at work. So work is, so many of us spend the majority of our waking hours there, and we want to know that what we're doing there has value and that it's kind of enriching our lives and enriching the world around us. Research by Adam Grant has shown that the people who feel like their jobs are the most meaningful tend to work in the service industry. So surgeons, for example, clergymen, educators, they're all doing something that somehow helps other people in a direct way. But if you don't work in one of those service industries, that doesn't mean that you can't find meaning at work. What you can do instead is adopt a service mindset. In one study, Adam Grant went to a university call center where people were calling alumni to raise money for the school. So this can be kind of a demoralizing job because, you're calling people, you're asking for money, people aren't always, the most receptive to calls like that. You're getting rejected a lot, getting hung up on. So how can you find meaning in that? How can you kind of turn that around and feel elevated as a result of doing that kind of work? Grant and his colleagues told some of the fundraisers that what they were doing was really benefiting one of the financial aid students. And so what you're doing wasn't just a matter of like raising money for the school, but it was having a real impact on another student. It was allowing them to be on campus to receive this wonderful education. And as it turned out, the people who were in that group who learned that what they were doing was helping another student ended up being much more productive in their job, which suggested to the researchers that they were more motivated and more purposeful because they were getting much more done within the same amount of time. So having a purpose, realizing that what you do is adding value and part of something bigger goes a long way towards making your job feel more meaningful. That said, even if you're working in a really menial job, you can still find meaning in it. So another study by Adam Grant and his colleague Jochen Menges studied women who were working at a coupon processing factory in Mexico. So this is really kind of menial, laborious work. It's not interesting in and of itself. And yet, some of the women kind of adopted a different mindset towards their work. So it wasn't just about making money, but it was about supporting their families. So their work allowed them to do something that was really meaningful to them, which was give their families kind of a little bit of a better life. And the women who adopted that service mindset, who saw their work as a way to contribute to the people that they loved, were again more motivated, more productive, ultimately got more done because they had this larger purpose that they were working towards. There's a story that goes like this. President John F. Kennedy was walking in the halls of NASA one day when he ran into a janitor, and he asked the janitor, sir, what do you do here? What's your job here? And the janitor said, Mr. President, I'm here to help put a man on the moon. So he saw his job as part of something bigger. And the question for us is, how can we frame our own work in terms of something bigger, in terms of a larger contribution as well?